Good morning, children. Welcome to Trinity Academy. Once again, I come before you to teach economics. So today we take up inter second year economics, chapter 1. From the chapter 1, there is very important question is there, that is analyze critically the characteristics of developing economies with special reference to India. Characteristics of developing economies with special reference to India. This is very important question. This is from the first chapter from your textbook. Okay. The first subheading for this question is low per capita income. So in the developing economies, their per capita income is very less. Per capita income అంటే తలసరి ఆదాయము. తలసరి ఆదాయం అంటే ఒక సంవత్సరానికి వారికి వచ్చేటువంటి ఆదాయం. సో ద పర్ క్యాపిటా ఇన్కమ్ ఇన్ ద డెవలపింగ్ ఎకానమీస్ ఈస్ very low. If you see the statistics in 1996, the per capita income in India is it's only 9,300 only, but it is increased in around almost 10 years. After 2013 it has increased to 22,000. At present in 2020 it is around 24,000 is there. So that low per capita income is one of the characteristics of developing economies. That means here, even if you compare our per capita income with other countries, still it is very low. Out of 133 countries in the world, India stands at 110th position. That means our income is very less compared to other countries. Whereas if you see USA, their per capita income is around $53,750 per year, and UK is around $37,000. Whereas Switzerland has a very highest, almost $57,000 is their income. When it comes to India, it is only around $5,350 if it calculated in dollars. That means our per capita income అంటే తలసరి ఆదాయం, ప్రతి మనిషి యొక్క ఆదాయం మన దేశంలో చాలా తక్కువ. సో డెవలపింగ్ ఎకానమీ ఇస్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇంపార్టెంట్ characteristic is their income level is very low. That means low income levels in the developing economies. So most of the people living in India are living in under this poverty line. అంటే పేదరికంలో ఆల్మోస్ట్ 70-75% ప్రజలు ఇంకా పేదరికంలోనే నివసిస్తూ ఉన్నారు. అదే ఒక ఈ యొక్క డెవలపింగ్ ఎకానమీస్లో ఉన్నటువంటి క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్, దట్ ఈస్ లో ఇన్కమ్ ఆర్ లో పర్ క్యాపిటల్ ఇన్కమ్ ఈజ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద మెయిన్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఆఫ్ the developing economy, especially with reference to India. That is the first one. Then we see the second one, that is predominance of agriculture. Predominance of agriculture. Predominance means dominating. Here in our society, agriculture is the main occupation. In India, almost 75% of people are depending on agriculture, isn't it? So almost 2/3 of the people are engaged in the agriculture sector. So their contribution to the this agriculture sector contribution to the national income is almost about 19%. So that means the national level, we are agriculture sector is contributing 19% of income to the national level. But here people almost 2/3 of the people are engaged in agriculture, but the methods which they are using in the agriculture sector is only traditional methods only. So they are not using any advanced technology. So they are still using the old age methods, or the technology is very traditional technology only they are using. Then they don't have any irrigation facilities. Most of this agriculture sector, they don't have any proper irrigation facilities. Or also irrigation facility means like the canal facilities where the water is diverted to the agriculture fields. That is still we are lacking. Of course, government is trying to provide water facilities by constructing dams and all, but still we are lacking of this irrigation facilities. That is also one of the characteristics. So the second characteristics is predominance of agriculture in the developing economies, especially with reference to India. One of the characteristics is that dominance of agriculture or predominance of agriculture sector. Okay, now we see the third subheading. Third subheading is capital deficiency. Third subheading, first one is low per capita income. Second one is predominance of agriculture. Third one is capital deficiency. Capital deficiency means why in developing economies capital deficiency is there? Why there is lack of capital in developing economies? That we will see. Because of why capital deficiency means because of the low level of income. Already we have seen that in these developing economies their level of income is very low. When the level of income is very less, what happens? Their savings will be very less. ఎప్పుడైతే మన ఆదాయం అనేది తక్కువ ఉన్నప్పుడు మనం సేవింగ్ చేయడం అనేది చాలా తక్కువ ఉంది. వెన్ వి సేవ్ అమౌంట్, వి సేవ్ ద అమౌంట్ ఇన్ ద బ్యాంక్స్ ఓన్లీ. వెన్ ద సేవింగ్స్ ఆర్ వెరీ లెస్, దెన్ అవర్ what do you call the capital will become very less. How it becomes very less means low savings results in the low level of capital formation, because the banks they cannot give they cannot lend the amount to the industrialists or the business people. So whenever there is a low level of income is there, that results in the low level of savings. Whenever there is a low level of savings, that results in the low level of capital formation. That is the one of the reason for this capital deficiency. So because of low level of capital, what happened, the resources which we have, we are not able to use that resources. If we have enough capital, we start industries, we do business, then whatever the resources we have, that resources we can use to the maximum level. But if you don't have any capital, we don't start any new industries, we don't do any business, that means the business is not expanding in our in developing economies, or the new industries are not expanding, then the resources become very idle. So most of the resources in these developing economies, even though they have resources, but resources will be wasted, they become very idle, and unutilized resources are also there. So because of this capital deficiency, resources are not used properly, and because of that there is a low level of income, that results in the low level of saving, that results in the capital deficiency. That is the third one. The next one is technological backwardness. So first we have seen three subheadings now: low per capita income, predominance of agriculture. The next one is capital deficiency. So the fourth one is technological backwardness. So in the developing economies where the technologically they are technologically they are backward, that is most of these developing economies their lack of technology, that means they use only the traditional methods only. So advanced technology is used only in a very few industries, or it is only used in a very small areas only. So they are lacking of this technological in the technology. That means that they don't use the modern technology in the industries or in the agriculture sector also. That is also one of the characteristics of this developing economy. Especially when you take in India, still we are backward in using the technology. When you compare to other countries like Japan, UK and USA, where the technology is very high, but still we are using the age-old methods or the traditional methods or the labor-intensive techniques only we are using. So that is one of the characteristics of developing economy, especially with reference to India, technological backwardness. The next one is inadequate infrastructure facilities. In the developing countries, or like in India, where we have a infrastructure facilities are very less. That means we don't have any infrastructure facilities are not adequate. That means, for example, you see power, communications, road facilities. These are the three things which are mainly required for any industry. If you want to start an industry in any area, you require power, you require transportation, you require good communication system. So because of this, in the lack of this infrastructure facilities, maybe businessmen or the industry, they may not come forward to start the industries. Even they started also, because of lack of this infrastructure facilities, sometimes they may fail also. So that is also one of the main characteristics of this developing economies with special reference to India. That is inadequate infrastructure facilities. When you compare to European countries or the other countries where they have the good transportation system, good communication system, good communication, transportation, power system, 24 hours power system is there. Because of that, the industry sector they are very grown up. That means they don't have any interruption in the power, so that 24 hours they can produce their goods and services also. So that is how where we are lacking, or the developing economies are lacking this infrastructure facilities. This is also one of the characteristics. So 4 characteristics, we have 5 characteristics we have seen. Low per capita income, that means the developing economy, especially in India, in a country like in India, where we have a very low income. Second one is predominance of agriculture. That means most of the people in developing economy, they depend on agriculture sector. The third one is capital deficiency. In these countries, developing countries, where they don't have enough capital, the capital deficiency is there. Why capital deficiency means? Because their income level is very less. When income is less, their savings also very less. That results in the capital deficiency. Then technological backwardness, because their underdeveloped countries, they still use the old methods only, latest technology they cannot adopt, and they don't have latest technology. That is also one of the drawback. Then inadequate infrastructure facilities in these developing countries like in India. Infrastructure facilities like communications, roads, transportation, all these things are also not enough for the growth of the industries. So these are the some of the characteristics of developing economy. So next point is next subheading is demographic features. Demographic features, the growth rate of the population. How growth rate of the population is also one of the features of this developing economy, especially a country like India. That is, the population growth in India is very high. We see that every year the population is keep on increasing. When the population is keep on increasing, whereas our per capita income is very less. So when the per capita income will be less than the increase in the national income. So that is how what happens here. Because of this population growth, our per capita income is very less. Increasing the per capita income, even the increase in the per capita income will be very less than the increase in the national income. Then the population growth is very high when we compare to the other European countries. So that is also one of the feature of this developing economies, especially with India, where the population growth is very high, or per capita income is very less. Even if it is compared to the national income, per capita income is very less. That is the one of the feature of this developing economies. The next one is high rate of illiteracy. High rate of illiteracy ante niraksharasyulu. So in India, where the illiteracy rate is very high, people those who are uneducated are very high compared to the males. Females are, especially females are illiterates, more illiterates we find in our society. So because of this, because most of the people they are living in the rural areas, most of them are depending on agriculture sector. That is why the illiteracy rate is also very high in the developing economies. When we talk about India also, where in our country also, that illiteracy rate is also very high. That is also one of the feature of this developing economies. Next subheading is a dualistic economy. Dualistic economy means most of these developing economies they have this dualistic economy. Dualistic economy means they have where the market economy will be there, at the same time the subsistence economy is also there. That is why it is called as a dualistic. Both will be there, market economy, at the same time they have this subsistence economy. Market economy mostly it is near to the towns or the cities, whereas the subsistence economy is mostly near to the villages or in the rural areas only. So whereas this in the dualistic economy, market economy is very well developed, whereas this subsistence economy is very less developed. So because of this, what happens in the dualistic economy? So only the cities where we have a market economy, so goods which are produced in the country, they will be sending it to the cities. Mostly goods will be marketed in the cities only. So there in the dualistic economy, the characteristic it is characterized by the advanced industrial system, where and indigenous backwardness of this industry agriculture sector. I mean in the industrial sector, where in the market economy there will be an advanced system will be there, whereas in the subsistence economy, where they still there what you call the backward agriculture system only we have. That is also one of the characteristics dualistic economy. So once again I repeat this dualistic economy. Dualistic economy means in this economy or this developing economies, two types of economies will be there. That is, one is market economy, second one is subsistence economy. So in the market economy, it is near to the towns or to the cities only, whereas the subsistence economy is near to the rural areas or to the very near to the rural areas. So market economy is a very well developed economy, whereas this subsistence economy is a less developed economy. So dualism is a characteristic characterized by the advanced industrial system, where the indigenous backward agriculture system is there in the rural areas. That is about this dualistic economy. Next one is underdeveloped natural resources. Underdeveloped natural resources means where countries have neither unutilized resources or underutilized resources or misutilized resources also. Countries like in India or the developing economies, we take in India for example, where we have resources are there, but these resources are unutilized. Sometimes it is underutilized, sometimes it is misutilized also. Even the resources are there, but we are not able to use that resources and produce the goods and services to the maximum extent. So that is why it is said that underdeveloped natural resources. The natural resources are underdeveloped due to the different reasons are there. One is that inaccessibility, sometimes it is lack of technical knowledge, and sometimes it is non-availability of the capital, and sometimes it is the lack of our size of the market is also some of the reasons where we are not able to use these resources to the maximum level. అంటే ఉన్నటువంటి వనరులను కొన్నిసార్లు మనము అసలు యూజ్ చేయకపోవచ్చు, లేదంటే కొద్దిగానే యూజ్ చేయవచ్చు, కొన్నిసార్లు మిస్యూజ్ కూడా చేయవచ్చు. ఉన్నటువంటి వనరులను సరిగా యూజ్ ఎప్పుడైతే చేయలేకపోతామో అప్పుడు వీ కెనాట్ డెవలప్, ద ఇండస్ట్రీ కెనాట్ డెవలప్. సో దీస్ న్యాచురల్ రిసోర్సెస్ ఆర్ underdeveloped because of some reasons are there. Why they are not developed? Because of the inaccessibility. Sometimes we may not be reached to those resources also. Then sometimes it may be a lack of technical knowledge also. We don't know how to take out these natural resources. We don't know how to use that resources also. Lack of this technical knowledge is also one of the reason. Then sometimes non-availability of the capital also. To take out these resources, we require some capital also. But sometimes we don't have enough capital to take out these resources and use them in our industry. So that is why in this developing economies, the natural resources are not used properly. Sometimes it may be unutilized, sometimes it may be underutilized, sometimes it is misutilized also. So that is why in the developing economies, their natural resources are not used properly. That is one of the characteristics. Okay, the next one, the 10th subheading is lack of entrepreneurship. So in the developing economies, lack of entrepreneurship is also one of the characteristics. Lack of entrepreneurship means where in these developing economies where the market size is very small compared to the other European markets or the European countries, where our market size is very small market size. At the same time, we have a lack of capital is also one of the drawback. And the lack of we have already seen that lack of infrastructure facilities, technological backwardness, then absence of this private property and law and order situations. Then all these things are some of the causes for this entrepreneurship. That means people may not come forward to invest their amount or to start their industries because of lack of all these things: lack of capital, lack of the infrastructure facilities, lack of technology, and absence of the private property, law and order situations in the country. And all these things may not encourage the entrepreneurs to come forward and invest their amount or take initiative to start the new industries in the developing economy. Especially in a country like in India, these factors will also some of the factors where we have a lack of entrepreneurship because of all these reasons. The next one is unemployment and disguised unemployment. Employment, here two types we have seen: unemployment and disguised unemployment. Unemployment people, those who are ready to work, they are graduated, they are qualified, but they don't get any work because they don't have any opportunities. Whereas the disguised unemployment means already some people are working, but there more than enough people are working in the same job. That means the management if they feel, they can remove them also, because more people are working in the job which is not required the number of people. For example, a job is required only 2 people, the same job we may be doing 4 people. So that is what called as a disguised unemployment. So both these things are also existing in our developing economies. For example, you see in agriculture sector, even though they have a very small piece of land, the total family will be working in that land only, because they cannot go anywhere, they don't find any other work also. A small piece of land, total family will be 4 or 5 people working in that same land only. Even though it is not required, 1 maybe or 2 may be required to cultivate that land, but still 4-5 people are working in that land. That is called as a disguised unemployment. So these two types of employment, this disguised unemployment are also existing in the developing economy, especially a country like in India. That is the one. The last one is the social institutions. Social institutions means our society, basically the Indian society is divided into caste and subcaste, then resulting in the frictions between the society. Is it because our society is divided, our society is caste based society where it is divided into many subcastes, and sometimes there will be a frictions, or sometimes there will be a fighting between the different castes. This is a common thing in our country, isn't it? So the religious and the social beliefs, the customs, all these things are existing in our society. So that is also one of the reason for the underdeveloping, or not able to develop, because we are still having that old customs, old traditions, old beliefs and superstitions. So we are not looking them, we are not looking the matters in the scientific way, or the scientific attitude is not developed. All these things are also some of the reasons. That is, that social institutions are also some of the reasons for some of the characteristics in the developing economies. So what are the characteristics which we have discussed one by one? Once again we will see each one to revise these characteristics. Once again I will revise these things. Okay, now once again we revise the characteristics of developing economies with special reference to India. The first characteristic which we have seen is lack of low level of income, or the low per capita income. That means in our country or in the developing economies, the per capita income is very less. Low level of income is one of the characteristics compared to the other countries. That is first characteristic, low level of income or low per capita income. The second one is predominance of agriculture. We have seen that means in these countries, developing economy, especially India, a country like in India, agriculture is dominating. That means most of the people are depending on agriculture, and so almost 2/3 of the people are depending on agriculture. That we have seen. Then the contribution of the national agriculture to the national income is almost 19%. That we have seen in the second subheading. That is predominance of agriculture. Then the third one is capital deficiency. In these countries, in the developing economies, the capital is very deficient. That means the people, those who want to invest in the industries are very less, or the people may not come forward to invest their amount. So capital deficiency is there. Why capital deficiency? ఎందుకు capital deficiency అనేది ఉంది అని అంటే, because our income level is very less. As income level is very less, our savings are also very less. When the savings are very less, the banks, they don't give any amounts to the industries, or they don't lend money to these people. That is why the capital deficiency is there in the market. That is also one of the characteristics in the developing economy. That is capital deficiency is there. Then technological backwardness. Countries like in India are the developing economies where they are technically very backward. Maybe around almost 10 years backward they may be. The other countries like Japan or USA, these countries, whatever technology they are using, that technology to come to our countries, almost it takes 4-5 years or also. So these countries in the developing economies where they are very technologically very backward. Other countries are using very advanced technology. That is why they are able to produce more number of goods and services, or the latest goods they are able to produce because of the latest technology they are using. So one of the lacking of these developing economies, the technological backwardness. The next one is fifth one is inadequate infrastructure facilities. That means our infrastructure facilities in these developing economies, countries like in India, infrastructure, that is the power, transport, communication, banking, all these things are infrastructure facilities are not enough. They are not supporting to the industries. As these infrastructure facilities develop, then only the industries will develop. Whereas the lack of infrastructure facilities is also some of the causes where the industries cannot grow in these economies. So that is why inadequate infrastructure facility is also one of the characteristics of these developing economies. The next one is demographic features. Demographic features mean the growth of the population. Demography means the population. So the demographic features where in the developing economies, mostly in these countries, the population is very high. In the developing economies like in India, our population growth is very high. So as the population is growth is when compared to European countries, it is also very high. Because of the population growth is very high, our per capita income is also very less. That is also one of the characteristics of this developed economies. The next one is high rate of illiteracy, which we have seen. High rate of illiteracy means the people, those are educated or uneducated, are very high in our society. Especially females. Females rate is more than the males. That means people, those are uneducated, are very high in this developing economy. Especially like in India, where the illiteracy rate is also very high. That is also one of the feature of this developing economy, especially with reference to India. The next one is dualistic economy. Most of these developing economies are dualistic economy. Dual economy means where two types of economies will be existing in these countries. One is market economy, other one is subsistence economy. So market economy mostly it is near or in the cities it existed, whereas the subsistence economy it is in the rural areas. So market economy, one is the developed areas or it is developed economy, whereas the subsistence economy it is a less developed or underdeveloped economy. So that is also one of the characteristics of this developing economy, dual economy. The next one is underdeveloped natural resources. In these developing economies, natural resources, even though natural resources are there, these resources may not be used to the maximum extent. That means they are underutilized, sometimes it may be misutilized also, sometimes it is unutilized also. అంటే కొన్నిసార్లు వీళ్ళను ఉపయోగించకపోవచ్చు, కొన్నిసార్లు తక్కువ ఉపయోగించవచ్చు, కొన్నిసార్లు మిస్యూజ్ కూడా చేయవచ్చు. సో ఇన్ దీస్ డెవలపింగ్ ఎకానమీస్ రిసోర్సెస్ ఆర్ underutilized, sometimes misused, sometimes they may not be using these resources. So that is why, because the resources are not used properly, there is always the unemployment problem existed. If you have resources are there, if you use them properly, then an industry grows where people get the employment only, isn't it? Why these natural resources we are not able to utilize properly means there are so many reasons either because of the capital deficiency, because of this non-accessibility of technology or the non-availability of the capital. All these things are the reasons for this not using these resources properly. So that is also one of the characteristics in the developing economies. Then next one is lack of entrepreneurship. In these developing economies, entrepreneurs, that the people those who are start the industry, people those who are invest amount and start industries are very less. Very few families or very few people come forward to start the industries in these countries. There are some reasons also, because the market size in these countries, developing economies, market size is very small. At the same time, there is a lack of capital is also a reason, and lack of infrastructure facilities, technological background and technological backwardness, and absence of private property and law and order problem. All these factors leads to where the lack of entrepreneur. People may not come forward to invest their amount or invest their capital and start the industries. That is also one of the characteristics. The next one is unemployment and disguised unemployment also existed in this developing countries. And unemployment because of the resources are not used properly, mostly in these developing economies where unemployment problem existed within people, those who are even though qualified but they don't get any jobs, or also people are just maybe idle for a long period of time. That is unemployment problem exists in the developing economies. Not only unemployment problem, there is other problem is also there, that is disguised unemployment. Disguised unemployment means people those who are working the job, maybe the work is only for 2 people, maybe 4 or 5 people are engaged in that work, especially in the agriculture sector. Even though the holding of the land is very small for a family, the total family is working on that land only, because there is no other option for them, they don't get any other work for them. So only maybe one or 2 people may be enough to work in that land, but total family will be working on that land only. That is called as a disguised unemployment. So these 2 types are also existing in this underdeveloped or developing economies. The last one is social institutions. Basically our society in India, it's based on where it is divided into caste, subcaste. Because of this caste system, there are some conflicts also in the society. These things are common in our society, isn't it? So basically people are very religious, they believe their social customs, traditions. So all these things that they may not be thinking in a scientific manner, so they will be sticking to the old age methods, customs, their traditions they will be following. All these things are also mostly existing in this developing economies which we have seen. So these are some of the characteristics of the developing economy. I hope that you understand this answer. Thank you so much for your patience, and thank you so much for listening this question. If you like this video, please subscribe Trinity Academy. Thank you so much.